Hello, everyone. Welcome to Simple English Stories. Today, we have a very long and exciting story called I Lost My Phone. This story is perfect for practicing English listening, speaking, and shadowing technique. Listen carefully, pause after each sentence, and repeat after me. Copy the tone, speed, and emotion. Are you ready? Let's begin. My name is Sophie. I am 23 years old. I live in a busy city. I work in a small cafe near my home. I wake up early every morning. I prepare coffee and sandwiches. I serve customers with a smile. I enjoy my job because I love meeting new people. Every day is simple and predictable. I wake up, go to work, come back home, eat, and sleep. But one Friday evening, something completely unexpected happened. After work, I decided to walk home and check my messages. I put on my coat and stepped outside. The city was busy. Cars were honking, people were walking quickly. I enjoyed the fresh air, but I was focused on my messages. Suddenly, I realized my phone was not in my bag. My heart started beating fast. "Oh no, where is my phone?" I shouted softly to myself. I quickly checked the floor around me. I looked under the tables of the street cafe. I searched my coat pockets carefully. Nothing. My phone was gone. I panicked slightly. My phone had all my messages, photos, notes, and important contacts. I needed it back immediately. I remembered I had been at the park earlier that day, sitting near the fountain and checking messages. I ran back to the park as fast as I could. On the way, I asked people, "Excuse me, did anyone see a black phone?" Many people shook their heads. Some ignored me. I felt nervous and anxious. My mind was racing. What if someone had taken it? At the park, I looked carefully around the benches. Children were playing and running. A few parents were sitting, watching their kids. I asked a boy, "Did anyone find a phone here?" He shook his head. I walked slowly, trying to stay calm. I tried to remember every place I had been. I remembered sitting near the fountain for at least half an hour. I walked there again, scanning the ground. Then I saw a young man sitting on a bench, looking at his phone. He seemed kind and friendly. I approached him politely. "Excuse me, did you find a phone here?" I asked. He smiled and shook his head. "No, sorry," he said. I thanked him and walked away. My hands were shaking slightly. I sat on a nearby bench to rest and think. My phone had all my contacts, work messages, and pictures. I needed it back. Suddenly, I noticed a small crowd near the fountain. A little girl was holding a phone and looking around, confused. I ran towards her. "Is this yours?" I asked. She looked at me and said, "Yes, I found it near the fountain." I thanked her many times. Relief washed over me. My phone was safe. Then I noticed the young man from the bench watching me. He smiled warmly. "You look very happy," he said. I smiled back. "Yes, I am so happy," I said. We started talking. His name was Daniel. He was a student studying photography. We laughed and shared stories about the city. We talked about work, friends, and funny situations. The stressful day suddenly became joyful. Daniel asked me if I would like to walk in the park with him. I agreed. We walked slowly, enjoying the scenery. We talked about our favorite books, movies, and hobbies. I learned that he loved photography and traveling. I told him about my work at the cafe and my favorite places in the city. We laughed about small mistakes and funny moments. We exchanged phone numbers and promised to meet again at the park. Over the next few weeks, we met often. Sometimes we walked with the little girl and her family who had helped me find the phone. Sometimes we shared coffee at a small cafe near the park. Slowly, our friendship grew stronger. We started spending more time together. One morning, Daniel invited me to visit a quiet park on the other side of the city. It was less crowded, with green trees and a small pond. We walked around, feeding ducks and watching the birds. We shared stories about our childhood, our dreams, and our fears. We laughed, sometimes quietly smiled, and sometimes just enjoyed the silence. I realized that losing my phone had led me to meet Daniel. I told him, "It's funny how losing my phone helped me find a friend." He laughed and smiled warmly. "It's true," he said. We walked slowly, talking about everything and nothing. It was peaceful and happy. Our friendship grew. We discovered many things in common. We both loved coffee and chocolate. We both enjoyed quiet places in the city. We both loved photography and exploring new areas. We started looking forward to seeing each other every day. We visited local markets, small cafes, and quiet libraries. Sometimes we just sat in the park and watched people walking by. We shared secrets, dreams, and stories from our past. We trusted each other and felt comfortable together. The little mistakes, the lost phone, and the unexpected meetings became beautiful memories. One rainy evening, we were walking home from the park. Daniel held my hand gently. "I really enjoy spending time with you," he said. My heart was beating fast. "I feel the same," I whispered softly. The rain was light and warm. We didn't need to speak much. The moment was perfect. After that day, we started meeting almost every day. We went to cafes, visited bookstores, and walked in the city. We shared meals, laughed at small mistakes, and helped each other with work and life problems. Each day felt special and meaningful. One weekend, Daniel invited me to a small photography exhibition. We enjoyed looking at the pictures, discussing the colors, angles, and stories behind the photos. We laughed and shared ideas about our own dreams. Slowly, we realized that our friendship had turned into something deeper. We began to talk about our future, our plans, and our hopes. We felt comfortable sharing everything. Daniel always made me laugh, and I felt safe and happy with him. Losing my phone that day had changed everything. It was a small accident, but it led to something wonderful. Sometimes I thought back to that day and smiled. My phone was lost, but I found a friend, and more than that, I found someone I could care about deeply. Now, every time I check my phone, I smile, because it reminds me of the day I lost it and found a new life connection. Now it's your turn. Listen carefully to each sentence. Pause the video after each sentence. Repeat after the speaker. Copy the tone, speed, and emotion. This is the shadowing technique. It will improve your English listening, speaking, and pronunciation. Remember, sometimes small accidents lead to wonderful things. Losing my phone helped me find a friend, a new connection, and a little happiness in the city. Thank you for practicing English with me. See you in the next Simple English Stories video.